Hi, everyone.
Good morning.
Say hi, Scott and Amy from Sharky's Greenhouses. So hope you've been watching and enjoying our live series. Let us know if you've been enjoying it. It's just a little different format for us because normally we do our regular teaching videos. So doing these lives, and it's been a lot of fun. We started right away when there were no plants in the greenhouses, and you can see that it's really, I wouldn't say it's filling up, I would say it's full. So yes. we're scrambling for room.
But as they grow, they're going to be impeding our vision a lot more, which is kind of fun because all the blooms will be showing.
Yeah, like when you look at these hanging baskets, I'm just going to grab. This is fine to be able to accommodate this. It's when it's like this, and you're trying to wonder, oh my goodness, what am I going to do with all these hanging baskets now? They're doing this. So
I normally start wearing a hat.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I get like petunia juice all through my hair.
Yeah. Have you noticed that petunias are actually sticky when you go through to deadhead them, and it's your fingers are sticky, and but it's actually, petunias have a built-in mechanism. It's like they're their own sticky traps. So the bugs, generally speaking, don't attack petunias because they just have that. You'll see the bugs stuck right to the leaves. So
it also makes all the little seeds, like when they pop.
Yeah.
You'll see some people will bring in a petunia basket and they'll go, I have these little bugs all over and I don't know what to do. And
little
we'll look at
black bugs. Yeah.
And we'll look at it and we're like, oh, that's not bugs.
Yeah.
It's actually...
They'll like, look at this. It's full of these little black bugs. I'm like, that's petunia seed.
Yeah, they'll kind of just like...
Yep. When the petunias, when they're done going through that cycle and that bloom dies off and then they throw the seed, that's not on all of them. That's just mostly your super petunias generally don't do that. They might do it a little bit, but just some varieties petunias will throw that seed, and then people freak out about what? May? They start,
end of May.
Yeah. You start getting all these emails and questions on, my petunia's full of black bugs. It's just petunia seed. So we're talking a little bit about trimming up, and it's a job that we did this week. So we
did some of them.
Yeah, now we're trying to control growth. So there's really two reasons that you would trim a plant back, and whether it's a petunia or salvia or the sunflowers that we did, we're either trying to control growth or we're trying to promote growth, and they're both two reasons to trim back. So fuchsias, you can see, and fuchsias are a little slower growing, and one of the first things that we do right away is we go through and we pinch the fuchsias. They'll grow straight up otherwise and then trail over, and we want that to branch out. So we go through and we pinch the fuchsias, and you can see this is really filling out nicely. I'm really happy with how the fuchsias are turning out this year, especially, and they're starting to fill out, and then they'll crest over. So that's a promoting growth.
Here's a really good example of it. Hold on, let me see if I can get this. So we pinched it right here, and you can see it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different brackets coming from where we pinched it off. So it's kind of like the saying of you cut the head off of a dragon and it grows sprout.
Extra, yeah, yep.
Sprout 3 more heads or 5 more heads
or
whatever.
Mythology, or Greek mythology, whatever that was. I didn't pay attention in that class, whatever. I don't know. I was probably sleeping. So, Scotty wasn't so good in school.
Good thing you can grow things.
Yeah. I drove my teachers nuts. Anyway, not talking about me. We're talking about plants. So these are these Sunfinity sunflowers. People absolutely love these, and they're not a great big tall sunflower with one head. They are a full, almost like a bush. So we put them in these big containers, and they'll bush out and have just loaded with sunflowers.
All sorts of them.
Yeah. The whole thing is just full of sunflowers. So they're a really happy, very fun looking plant. But they grow so fast, especially this time of year. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Look at that one.
Here's one where we didn't pinch this one back.
Yeah, and it needs some control.
So you can see it's got the great big head going on here, and it'll just keep growing up from there. Where show them the one that you had.
Well, guess what? I'm gonna cut it.
Okay.
So I got my handy dandy little pruning shears.
Yep.
These are made by Dram. These are very nice. Dram is a local company. They make horticulture products. Like we use all the Dram hoses and the watering wands. Rain wand. Yep. And they make these really nice shears. So and they're hour and a half down the road. So it's great that they're a local company, but they're a big company that produces for all the greenhouses. But anyway, so these are nice. They sent these to us, and you could just go through and nip that right off.
Oh, did it hurt?
I know it's killing some of you, but it's sometimes it's one of the best things that you can do for your plants is to trim them back a little bit. And we're going to show
hard for some people.
We're going to show later on. I know it's going to drive some people nuts. Is impatience. Oh, one of the best things that you can do for your bedding plant impatience. And we take a hedge trimmer and we just mow them right down. And
do you remember that one employee? She just about cried.
Oh yeah, it's like don't do it. Or customers will come in and I'm like, okay, you want to know the best thing you can do for your impatience? You know, they'll grab a whole flat of impatience. Cut them. I mean, just give them a haircut. And they're like, no. Yeah, I promise you, they'll grow back in 2 weeks. You won't even know, and that growth just goes like this.
So if they start getting leggy at all, we trim them here at the greenhouse. But then at a certain point, we stop trimming because everybody wants to see the color and they want to see the bloom. So if they saw them chopped off, they'd be like, I don't want that. What is this greenhouse doing?
Yeah, it's like a haircut like me. Yeah, I mean, we just go through with the hedge trimmers, but it's really good for them. So it's something we do. There's an old video.
And you do that just once when you plant them.
Yeah, we just do it once. Now, this is going to be a subject for another day, but I'll just briefly hit on it. A lot of people talk about pinching back their petunias, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. We encourage that. We do it to control growth. Like I said, the petunia hanging baskets get so big and they'll be growing like this, in our greenhouses. So there's a point where we'll have to go through and cut them. But if you're doing that all summer long, something's wrong. It's okay, time out, stop. You should not have to be trimming your petunia hanging baskets all summer long. Something's up. So we'll do it once. When
you plant them.
Yeah, if it's early on in the spring or early summer, fine, no problem. But if you're trying to cut them back all summer long, something's wrong. So
there's something
to figure out.
On.
Yeah, something else is going on. It's stretching. But anyway.
Here, show them the salvia.
Salvia, we put our employee on this job of doing the salvia because they're growing so fast. Look at that.
So you can see it's cut right here, and they're starting to branch out, and there's little leaves right inside.
Which he did on
Thursday.
Like 4 days ago already. So you're looking at that growth from 4 days.
There's a cut right there, and you can see there's new growth here, new growth here. So it's going to make the plant not just a beautiful plant that grows up and has flowers, but it's going to grow out and have flowers. So when they're saying on tags that you have, the distance of a plant is however many inches, they're expecting you to pinch back. Like they're going for the maximum amount of space. And that's where, that pinching back will promote the width.
Yeah, that lateral. Yeah, it'll grow this way. So like
it'll still grow up, but it's going to also branch out and get more bushy looking.
So if you haven't tried that, go ahead. There's not too many that we don't. Yeah, I mean we don't do it on everything in the greenhouses, but there's a lot of crops that we're like, we gotta start trimming these back and try to control that growth. So like I said, there's two reasons. We either are promoting growth or we're controlling growth. So with the big hanging baskets,
promoting growth is not even on the top, it's on the roots. So sometimes like with the geraniums, we're going to go through and take all the blooms off. And we're taking the blooms off not to promote that spreading of it, but to promote that it stops putting energy into the actual bloom and it starts putting the energy into growing more roots to make a sturdier plant, which will then later this summer be able to have more blooms because it has that root structure to take in the nutrients.
Yep. So, let us know. Have you had good success, or
have you tried?
Have you tried it? Give it a shot.
Does it scare you?
Yeah. Or can you just not bear giving your plants a haircut? And a lot of times it's no problem. There's, like I said, there's not much in this greenhouse that we haven't done it to. There's a few. There's a few that I don't know that I would, but
well, sometimes if they're doing well, train's going on.
There goes a train.
Sometimes if they're doing well, there's no reason to pinch them back. If you see that extra growth coming out, if you're seeing that the plant's doing really well and you're happy with it, then leave it be. Enjoy it.
Yeah, and exactly. And someone just mentioned that sometimes the critters come along, the deer and
they help you with it.
Yeah, the rabbits. Yeah, they'll help you with. You might not want to, but one morning you might wake up and they might have done it already for you. And I know on our YouTube channel we have a video where one night we had this just beautiful container and the deer just came in and mowed it down, and I'm like, oh, come on. And it produced so beautifully when the deer just mowed it down, and then that growth just exploded, and it turned out really, really nice.
We then did some preventative.
Yep. And we
to make them not keep eating it, because once they start eating it, then they're like, ooh.
Yeah, we've got some videos on that. There's some tricks that you can use to keep the deer away.
Nothing's sure proof. If they hate you, they hate you.
There's not.
But
there's some
stuff that'll help.
There's some stuff that'll help. There's some natural stuff too. Lantana is a great one. We have a lot of people use lantana. They like that. So anyway, what else is going on? You're making a video. You're doing
We're gonna go and do a video. Carrot cake.
Carrot cake. Oh.
It's Easter time. Yeah. He always gets in the mood for carrot cake.
Yeah, I love the carrot cake. So it's another family favorite.
I have a whole recipe book of stuff.
I'm so lucky. I got a high metabolism that I can eat anything I want, and I just burn it up. So
it's not fair.
So, do you like carrot cake? I do. So anyway,
we're gonna go do a video. We had a lot of snow last night, so we called all the employees and said, snow day, don't worry about it.
Had to go plow snow this morning.
Stay safe.
So
don't be on the roads when they're bad.
So if you're watching this video in summer and wondering what are we talking about, snow, that's what's going on right now. Doing a live video is that it wasn't much, but we had like 4 inches of snow, so I had to plow, and
it was wet.
Yeah, it started raining, so that temperature is right at 32 degrees. So, but anyway, so it's kind of a quiet day in the greenhouse. Not a whole lot going on.
Let everything grow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow when they come back in, we'll
have stuff to do.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
All right.
Well, have a great day. Hopefully we'll have that video out if everything goes well.
If I don't eat the carrot cake beforehand.
Probably by midweek, by the time I get fully done with it.
Oh, and another thing.
We forgot on Friday.
2 new states.
Yeah.
2 new states that we have for our Beat Your Neighbor fertilizer that we can legally ship to. We have all the licensing and registration and stuff done for Idaho.
Yep.
And
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts, yeah. I had to think. Idaho and Massachusetts. So now we have 37 states that we can ship to.
We're waiting on one more to get all the approvals done, which takes a while. And that's Maryland.
I don't know. You're doing the paperwork stuff. I'm not.
So we have one more, and then we'll kind of pause at that moment, get through greenhouse season, and then we'll start tackling that again for more states. So if you're in a state that you're watching from that we do not ship to, put that in the comments below. So, those are the ones that I kind of focus on first, is people who are watching us and want it. I try to start working on that a little bit harder when I see those.
Yeah, and there's states that are difficult to work with. So, if you're wondering, why don't you ship to California? Was one for us. We used to be licensed and registered in California, and they just killed us on the licensing. And they did like a personal taxes
where they wanted certain things on the label. It was just
like
very
we
weird.
had to change everything for all the other states just to accommodate California. So California was on our naughty list. So that's if they don't want to work with small businesses, we can't do it. We don't have the staff and the accountants.
Maybe much later on.
We'll
but right now we're working on.
We got to grow a lot. We got to work with the states that want to work with small business. So unfortunately, there's just some states that That's not a
It's just
goal,
harder.
but it makes it tough on us. So
but we're working on it.
Yep.
We'll
So
keep chugging along.
we got 37 states, so that's double from last year.
I think that's great.
Yeah, it is.
I'm excited about that.
So you can go to our beatyourneighbor.com website and order the fertilizer.
Yep. And also check out the retailer location. So we have some greenhouses and boutiques and gift stores, not box retailers. They're on that locator, and they have purchased cases or POP displays that they can sell at their greenhouses. And we recommend go on there, check that out. If you have one near you, please go pay them a visit. Say hello, buy some fertilizer, and give them the support, because you're supporting two small businesses. They're supporting us and you're supporting them. Or you can go, if you're not anywhere near one, go ahead and go on the beatyourneighbor.com and they can purchase it right there and we'll ship it direct.
Or those other greenhouses that are not carrying our fertilizer, ask them. We'd love for them to contact
Give them
us.
a little poke.
Yeah, you're like, why aren't you carrying Beat Your Neighbor fertilizer? So,
Yeah.
so.
All right.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bye.